Guys, today I'm going to sponsor someone. It's the person who created Fundamentals of Piano 3, Book 3. It's so interesting. It's full of the stuff I need to know. So I'm going to sponsor it with this. In fact, I'm going to give this a copyright. It's by Snell and Ashleigh. You can learn about lots of piano in here in the good kind of theory in this series. In fact, I have to copyright this thing. It's by Snell and Ashleigh, and it's from the Neil A. Kajos Music Company. So this is not my information, but everything was basically from here. So first I'll talk about scales. In this book there are many kinds of scales. So a natural minor scale goes up to the next one. What I mean by that is you put a D anywhere and it goes up to the next D. So if it's on D1, you'll go to D2. If it's on D3, you'll go to D4. If it's on D2, then it goes to D3. But it goes in order. But this is a nitral. C. It goes from C, D, E, F, G, A. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Then it goes C. Then it goes backwards. It's so simple. But to create the harmonic minor scale, the seventh note is raised 1/2 step. And then when that note is repeated, you do that. Like suppose this is the C, this is A. So this will be it. Let me do this again. Then the next one goes to sharp. In a melodic, the sixth and seventh notes are raised 1/2 step in going up and lower down the melodic minor scale. Going down uses the same notes as the natural minor scale. That means that only it will repeat once. It won't repeat twice because the other part is going to be part of the natural minor scale. Kind of complicated, but when you go back, like in the C major, so like in this A, no. Like it doesn't copy the same thing. Then these follow, then you have to change it. So you'll learn the basic scale. Then one thing you should know, there's some patterns and intervals on the scale. A major second, a major third, a perfect fourth, a perfect fifth, a major sixth, a major seventh, and perfect octave. The intervals are different ways around it. An octave is like 8 notes away. A second is like 2 notes. Or just one white note to the other. A major third is 2 white notes away. Yeah, octave is like 7 notes away. No, not 7. It's less. More sharps and more flats, the more disruption. Also, there are triads. To change them, in this book it says, to change a major triad into a minor triad, lower the third by 1/2 step. What that means is you have the C major. C, E, G. See a triads video and understanding a chord. Now over there, you use the C major scale and you take out the root or the first, the third, and the fifth. Yes, to change a major to a minor, lower the third by 1/2 step. Now the third is E. So D sharp. This is a C minor. Now we know that D minor is this. You have to raise this third. Then only can we play it. So it's backwards checking. And augmented. Okay, now we're going to talk about augmented. Augment is tried by raising the fifth of a major triad 1/2 step. So let's try this C out. C chord. Now you have to raise the fifth by 1/2 step. That means moving it by one note. No, let me check if it's right. Yup. Now, we can practice that for all the majors I taught you. Now you got to know all the minors, and now let's teach you about the simple way to learn diminished. A diminished triad is formed by the lower of the fifth of a minor triad 1/2 step. Okay, so this means minor. So you need to get to the minor. Well, this is major. This is minor. Now lowering the fifth of a minor 1/2 step. So this means it's C, D sharp, and F sharp. So that's what it makes. Now an introversion. Introversions make things more complicated, but you move it. You move it by the third. If the third is lowest, you move it by a third. Movement, and that will affect everything. If the third is lowest, then the root is in the middle. Yeah, basically this. Yeah, these introversions are complicated. Oh, so the basic formula is to do a 6 plus third for first introversion. So first I need a third. Yup, and then you move a sixth. So that's as a third. But what about its sixth? 1, 2. Introversion. 6 plus 4th. Wait, no, I got it all wrong. So you need to move this by a third. Wait. No, I have to move this by a third. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, these introversions make things more complex. Now with the tonic I, it's a basic chord. And you move this 4 by F. Fourth. But between the V or dominant, you move only one. Because there's one difference between the Roman numerals. I or 1 and IV is 4 in Roman numeral and V is 5. 1, 2, 3. Now, where is this? So this is the V dominant. So this is how you practice this part. Minors are kind of difficult. Now let's talk about the different kind of cadences. A cadence is like between a pattern of how much. You have to make, like in an authentic cadence, there's a V first and then an I. So if you're putting C, this is the I. We need that later. First we're going to take that V. And then put the I. That's an authentic. So this is an authentic. Plagal is I, V, and I. Now we got, actually no, V is wrong. What was I thinking? And then you do this. But I, V, and I. This is a plagal again. So this is I, V, and I. Then it's I and V. So that's how it goes. That I and then V is going to be, well, basically, it's basically going to be a half. I and V is going to make the total cadence. Cadence is a complex note. Now, dominant seventh. A dominant seventh, I wanted to tell you forever. This has 4 notes. You take out the root, the third, the fifth, and the seventh. You do it out of the major scale again. Now in each major scale, the fifth note of each scale has to have a dominant seventh or a real seventh. Now it's super simple and it follows the same pattern. It doesn't have any sharps in between. The order of flats and sharps matter when you make the scale though, because there are some parts which have some sharps. G major, the key signature matters on where you put it. Wherever you put the sharp, you have to use it. You have to use it on the second last note of a major scale. What are you asking? C? Well, you realize that C doesn't have any. Because in the notes, in the circle of keys, which can help you a lot, it doesn't show anything. C and A. Because they are relatives. Relatives are like the same thing except a different kind of form. A circle kind of C major and A minor. Thank you. And this is the circle of keys for your diagram. Please note that I'm using this all from this Fundamentals of Piano Theory book, so I need to copyright this. After cadences, I think we should. How much is there? After cadences, they're dominant 7 chords. We took care of that in signs and terms. And signs and terms. Now, pianissimo is very, very soft. Yeah, but it's not that soft. They can be pretty soft. Crescendo is gradually louder. So let's make it louder. That's a crescendo. Gradually softer. Diminuendo. And the different articulations and character make a dose gently, sweetly, expressively. Like you put your music expressively. think we should not get too far. But let's talk about musical form. I think this might be simple. Binary form. A and B. Let's talk. Section A. That part, and let's move on to section B. Let's sneak peeks. They have to be different. This is a side. Now ternary form is A, B, and A. That means A is the chorus. Let's do something simple. No, this is too hard. They have to be the same thing. I just hope I can remember that. Because I don't have sonatia. No. And there are 4 periods. The Baroque, 1600 to 1750. Okay? The Classical, 1750 to 1825. Romantic, 1825 to 1900. And the 20th century. I think you know what the 20th century is. Hope so. Now let's talk about famous composers here. Bach, Telemann, Rameau, Scarlatti, Handel, Haydn, Mozart, Beethoven, Clementi, Schubert, Schumann, Chopin, Bergmüller, Grieg, Bartok, Kabelsky, Stavastich, Copland, Prokofiev. Oh man, I can't even pronounce them. Sorry for the mishap. And then you have a few exams in the future. But I'm not ready for that. So thank you.